Good day, everyone. This is again Rewill from Reviews, bringing you another unboxing diary of Street Fighter's Can Masters. Okay, this is from the Street Fighter 5 edition, and I don't know much about Street Fighter 5, but I know Can Masters and Street Fighter Alpha. So, his look in the box, that's like a mix of Street Fighter Alpha hairstyle and his older, more mature look, Can Masters. Very nice box. And yeah, Iconiq makes nice boxes. Let's open it up. Oh, cool. So just like the Ryu, I'm starting to pronounce it like, I'm from the US, but it's Ryu. Ryu figure. It has the backdrop. Okay. Oh, my place is a bit too small. So this is what it looks like. I remember this stage from Street Fighter Alpha 2. This is where Ryu and Sagat had their showdown, and Ryu gave him the scar. Yeah, this is a very beautiful level. It was my favorite level back then, and seeing it right now is very nostalgic. So, onwards to the box. Yeah, very few people have done unboxing of this. The most popular one is Denobi, and shout out to Six Scale Mafia, Anthony. He also did last month did an unboxing of this. So I'm glad I got this figure. I almost did not get this figure because truth is, I did not like it. I did not like the design. But still, I have Ryu, so I also would want to have Ken because Ryu and Ken, they're like a pair, man. You cannot break them apart. So yeah, so I'm not gonna get too detailed with the box. I'm just gonna show you. The reviews there, the Nobi and Anthony, they like it, and I don't blame them. Iconiq is a small company, and unlike this other company, which I'd like to say, you know who it is. They're famous. They're an art. Iconiq delivers on time, okay? With not much fanfare, with not much influencer stuff, just solid figures. And that's what I like about Iconiq. They are more like underground than that art company, which I'm not happy about because I still have Superman and I still have Arthur Fleck Joker with them. Arthur Fleck Joker is not released, but Superman has apparently been released to influencers. And since I'm not an influencer, I'm just a civilian collector. I get stuff like all of you guys do. So, Can Masters. First impressions. When I first saw the previews, I was not happy at all. I thought it looked too cartoony, but it stayed faithful to the art style. So it's not really cartoony, it's just the art style. I I guess I did not like the Street Fighter 5 art style, but looking at it in person, okay, I'm saying actually that I am impressed. When I was looking at Danobi and Anthony's reviews, I thought it looked bad. But you know what? It's the lighting. And in my eyes right now, in real life, it actually doesn't look as bad as the preview photos that we have seen. So, very interesting. I was prepared to be disappointed. I thought that this was like a 112 figure blown up, like cartoony and toyish, toyetic. But it is faithful. Okay, sorry about that. It is faithful. The design is very faithful, and it looks, don't knock it off because it actually looks better in real life. I am staring at it, which is hard to do because I have to point it at the camera. And I am very impressed. I love it. The reason why I got this was because, I missed out on this. I don't think I was ever going to get it. But I got it because somebody resold it. I got it for a very good price. I'm going to post it. The price is so good. It's just a crime if I'm going to get it. So thanks to Cristiano for hooking me up with this because he's the one who sold me it. And man, it's a great price. I realize it's an underrated figure. You know, okay, I'm gonna go out and say it. Justin didn't review it. I don't know why he didn't, because he probably only reviews stuff if he gets it for free. Nobody watches my channel, so I can say controversial stuff like that. Yeah, but don't, you know, I don't follow the guy anymore. I just learned that I should, check out his reviews first before making these kinds of reviews, just to, just to compare and contrast. Because sometimes he says the right things, but most of the time, you know what it is, right? Influencer, millions of views. Okay, so after getting sidetracked a bit, I just decided to post everything. No, not everything, but in art, no, why do I say in art? Iconiq always has this featured pose. In Ryu's case, it was the Hadoken, and then it came with a fireball on the stand and the impossible to stick fireball hands. Like Bob Dylan has a mod with it where he like took off the arms apart so he can do like a better fireball position. So in here right now is the hurricane kick, the flaming hurricane kick, or you can even say that a part of his special attack where he goes on a rampage of kicks. So that's the featured pose here, and it was not easy. If you're gonna look at the manual, it looked very, very like clumsy. Like his leg just won't stand up like this, man. It won't. It just looks bad like that. It's always like this. So the TB League body has its limitations. So you kind of have to utilize angles. So I made mine like he's not in a hurricane kick, but in more of his special move. If you remember the Daigo parry, but the trade-off of that is that it's gonna work in a certain angle because his feet are supposed to be like in that clumsy hurricane kick pose. So I didn't like the way it looked. So I kind of just adjusted the angle, just cheated on it a bit because this leg just won't stand straight. So you kind of have to bend the knees and make it like into a reverse V form. So you can at least get something like this that kind of looks very cool, especially with this facial expression, this more violent, angry, fighting facial expression. Uh, and in Danobi's review, he said that the hair piece won't stick. It's because I noticed his hair piece was missing a magnet. It was just a hole, so it fell down somewhere, or QC issues forgot to put it in. So that's why his hair piece would not stick. But this one, I believe this is one of the later batches, because I just got it like a week ago. I don't know when Chris Chano got this, but it feels like a later batch. The head sculpt is clean. There are no paint runoffs and stuff. Yeah. So the figure is, one thing I'd also like to comment is that in Ryu's part, I always have a problem with his feet connecting to his leg. It looks so unrealistic, so annoying, so disturbing. And I thought that it was like the problem of the body, that it's gonna be like that forever. In this case, though, they fix it. It doesn't look as awkward. I mean, of course, you can still see the seam line, but I just can't explain it. But it fits more seamlessly than the Ryu feet. I mean, although the feet are the same, one that's kind of curved and one that's flat. So I don't know why this fits a lot better. So now I'm trying on a different pose. Just to comment on Denobi, he did mention that the TB League bodies are a pain to change. And I agree with him. It is not as easy as Hot Toys. But to disagree with him a bit, it's also not that hard. I managed to change everything, the feet, the hands, without a heat gun. So it might be like the later batches that's, the reason for this. And I'd also like to say that the ones that are a pain are really so-so toys or susu toys. They're the ones where you really need a heat gun. But this one, you can do without, at least the batch that I received, because, quality with 1/6 figure, you can never really say, like, assume, like, they're all the same. So yeah, this is his winning pose. And I have to say, I have a lot of fun posing this. As opposed to that last review I did with the Iron Man, where it was just so, I don't know, stressful. I had a lot of fun posting this. I only came up with 2 poses, but I interchanged the hands. Uh, there's also another effect which I'm not gonna put on anymore because the other reviewers did a better job. Uh, it's a good figure. It looks better in real life than in the preview photos because, as I said, I never got this. When this was up for pre-order, I thought that this wasn't cutting it. But later on, with the price, and it was being sold to me at that price. I forgot right now, but trust me, it was a really good deal. I couldn't resist. And even now that I see it in hand, if I saw this in a store and held it or look at it in a display, I would purchase this in a heartbeat. This is actually a very good figure, and I know that sometimes the posing, the angles, the lighting doesn't do it justice. But in real life, this will bring back Street Fighter memories, and it can do the fighting poses, the winning poses, very, very convincingly. So yeah, a good purchase. I am happy. Uh, I would recommend that you check out Denobi's and Anthony's unboxing. They're very good review, more in depth than I do. So check those out. Those are very, those are good guys. They've been here a while, and I'm sure, I don't know, Anthony said he got it as a gift, but I kind of know Anthony to be very honest with his reviews. So yeah, aside from getting into I think I'll try to do this more, like do some community opinions. I'll try to be more comfortable with it in camera because this is what this channel is for. We're small guys. We're not big or anything. So this is the least that I could do for the community, like read opinions and stuff. Yeah, turning on the cam because I'm talking a lot. Sorry about my hair. I don't know what I look like when I turned on the cam. But yeah, I mean, I hope you learned something and have a nice day.